southbound Queens Midtown Tunnel. And the Hudson River crossings aren't very, pleasant. 45 minutes in at the GW Bridge, 35 to 40 at the Lincoln, and 35 to 40 inbound at the Holland Tunnel, while alternate side of the street is in effect. Traffic is sponsored by Cars for Kids. Our next report is 8:21. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Cars for Kids. No more stressing over your old vehicle. Donate it today and get it picked up tomorrow. It's the easiest service out there. Donate online at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready for Halloween? No. Me neither. There is a sure sign of the season in the city. We shall tell you about that in just a sec. Do we have scary weather? What's going on?
Yeah, it is scary in terms of the heat and the humidity here, so please be careful. Looking at temperatures getting up to the low 90s today. Real feels near 100. Some of the inland suburbs, I think, a few degrees higher than that. That's the expected high when we give it here on 1010 Winds in Central Park. Now, looking at the entirety of this 4-day forecast, the one thing that is not going to get better is the humidity. That's going to continue to be ultra high here all the way through the weekend. The temperatures after a couple of more days of these really hot stuff and the heat advisory type temperatures cut back a little bit on Friday. And part of the reason is we get some thunderstorms in. We could even start getting them as early as mid to late tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night, a couple around. By Friday, it's more in the afternoon that we could have some hefty thunderstorms. And then it looks just gray and showery, maybe some thunder, and the potential for some downpours all the way through the weekend itself. Temperatures won't be as hot. We'll be in the low 80s, but it'll be awfully humid. Right now, awfully humid and warm. 78 with a real feel already back up into the upper 80s. We're going up to a high today of 93. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Steve DeVore, New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
All right, here we go. Halloween season in the Big Apple. The city's largest haunted house is getting ready to open in Times Square. Horrorwood Studios is at 300 West 43rd. It'll feature 140 actors doing their best to scare the heck out of you. That's in a 20,000 square foot haunted space. It opens September 14th. Tickets are $39 per person. Just be aware this is not recommended for kids 13 and under. You can get ticket info at facetheterror.com. We've got a sausage recall to tell you about.
Hillshire Farm is recalling nearly 16,000 pounds of its smoked sausage because there could be things like bones inside. The food was sent to retailers in California, Maryland, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. The recalled 14-ounce packages have a use-by date of November 11th. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says one person did suffer an oral injury as a result of eating the sausage.
That's Matt Piper. The USDA says just throw it out or take it back to the store for a refund. An Amazon driver in Aurora, Colorado, in trouble for allegedly stealing someone's cat.
I was very angry. I was distraught. I started yelling and cussing, and I yelled for my mom. I was like, Mom, the Amazon guy took it. They stole Pyro.
Chelsea Oakes telling Inside Edition she knows because she reviewed her security camera footage. Apparently, two Amazon drivers were discussing how the animal looked like a friend's missing cat, and they just grabbed him. When she contacted Amazon, they said they'd investigate. They did offer her a $200 gift card to cover the cost of lost cat flyers. A week later, Pyro suddenly appeared as a car was seen taking off. Chelsea says the cat was starved and sick. No word on charges, but Chelsea says she hopes Amazon does the right thing and covers the vet bill. A 1 p.m. rally in City Hall Park to fix the mass transit desert in Queens. That's what State Senator James Sanders calls the Rockaways, which are his district. He's among those pushing for Queens Link.
For my beleaguered constituents, we would be able to get home in around 45 minutes instead of the hour to an hour and a half that we're doing now.
So the proposal is for what would be the first north-south subway line in Queens. It would include 4 new stations with transfer points to the A, the JZ, EF and R, and the number 7 train. It would be built using currently unused Long Island Railroad tracks. 77 degrees and clear. The humidity now 81%. The winds are northwest at 5. The real feel already up to 84 degrees. We're at 77, going up to 93 later today. A mostly sunny one, but the real feel near 100. And because of that, we do have a heat advisory that stays up for the metro area through 8 p.m. tomorrow. Solving the reading problem in New Jersey. We'll have that story coming up. Stay with us for that. WINS News Time 8:17. Good morning. It's Susan Richard with this message. Innovation Refunds has been helping small businesses that qualify get a business payroll tax refund through the Employee Retention Credit, which is also known as the ERC. And you've heard about that, right? It's a tax refund for businesses that kept employees on the payroll for parts of 2020 and 2021. So, yeah, during the pandemic. Now, if you own a business with more than 5 employees, you could be sitting on this unclaimed money. But I know what you're thinking. Applying is going to be a nightmare, tons of paperwork. I don't know what to do. Well, that's why businesses choose Innovation Refunds to navigate the process. They've got hundreds of 5-star reviews online. And by the way, they won't charge you any upfront fees. Go to innovationrefunds.com or call them 1-843-REFUNDS. Innovation Refunds does not provide tax or legal advice. They work with an independent network of tax professionals and will share your info with them to evaluate and process your claims. Terms and conditions apply, but don't miss out on this refund. Go to innovationrefunds.com or call 1-843-REFUNDS.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank and any member FDIC.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal, the sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us on the roads that unite us. With nearly 6,000...
Got a little bit of glare here on this September 6th, one day away from our 1-year anniversary of recording and uploading driving in the news videos on a semi-daily basis.
Tinker and sweat the small stuff.
Usually Monday through Friday, with the exception of days that I don't go to work.
We get it. We're the same way. Offering access to product.
Sorry about the glare, guys. Can't be helped.
So whatever your industry.
I put in a request for the sun to move over a couple thousand miles to the right or to the left of this Route 80 line. The request was denied.
Buy one, get one 50% off on select interior and exterior paints and exterior stains via Lowe's gift card rebate. And the savings don't stop there. Take the kitchen outdoors with grills starting at just $65. Lowe's knows.
I hope you guys enjoyed the special evening edition we did last night on the 5th.
To win 1,010.
That was on my commute home, my evening commute.
It's pickleball tournament at Sport Time Randall's Island. For all the info and to register, go to 1010wins.com/pickleball.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning, 78 degrees. It is 8:20 on this Wednesday, September 6th. I'm Susan Richard, and here's what's happening. Another day in the baked apple, or maybe broiled. Real feels back up near 100. We'll check in with AccuWeather. Cops make an arrest in Monday's fatal shooting near the West Indian Day parade route in Crown Heights. A man was killed, 2 children among those hurt by an out-of-control car in Glen Oaks. New report flagging the NYPD's gang database as violating the civil rights of Black and Hispanic young people. And don't look for Donald Trump at today's arraignment in his 4th criminal indictment. We'll explain. In sports, both the Mets and Yankees won. American Coco Gauff advances to the women's semifinals at the U.S. Open. WINS News Time 8:21. Traffic and transit with Karen Stewart.
The eastbound Bell Parkway by the Southern State has still got this accident out there in Queens. We are delayed back to the airport and the Van Wyck Expressway here. We've got overall delays westbound that start at Guy Brewer and go back into Cross Bay Boulevard. Now, we've also got some more westbound traffic into and through to Flatbush Avenue. The Staten Island Expressway shot. I mean, it's just shot. It is bumper to bumper from the Bethels to the Verrazano, up and over and onto the eastbound Belt Parkway. We've got construction on the eastbound Belt to Bay 8th Street. That could have something to do with that Belt Parkway ramp delay off the Verrazano Bridge, but I doubt it. We've got Gowanus bumper to bumper traffic from 39th Street up to Atlantic Avenue, and the westbound PQE is delayed, but not bumper to bumper, from the Queens Boulevard exit down to Flushing Avenue. From Flushing Avenue to Tillery, it's jammed. And then we've got more delays between the Brooklyn Bridge and Atlantic Avenue. We're looking at 40-minute delays inbound at the GW Bridge, at the Lincoln and Holland at least. Holland might be 45. The inbound GW Bridge has got a 45-minute delay. Alternate side of the street parking rules and regulations are in effect today citywide, and we're sponsored by Optimum Business. Our next report is 8:31. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Optimum Business gives you fast, reliable, secure internet with speeds up to 8 gig and built-in cybersecurity so you can go farther with everything you do. Visit optimum.com/business today.
According to the World Meteorological Organization, last month was not only the hottest August ever recorded with modern equipment, it was also the second hottest month ever measured, behind only this past July. Add to that, no relief today, Dean.
Susan, it is going to be hot and humid again today and tomorrow. In fact, today and tomorrow, the worst to the core of this heat and humidity as temperatures will get up in the low 90s. Real feels near 100. The heat advisories have been extended until 8 p.m. tomorrow. The focus of our weather is going to shift from the heat and humidity to the humidity and showers and thunderstorms and the potential for some flooding downpours as we get into Friday and even Saturday into Sunday. We could see repeated showers and thunderstorms that could cause problems. We'll talk about that in the full 4-day forecast coming up 10 minutes away on New York's weather station, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Well, our Glenn Chuck is braving the heat in Midtown.
Of course, public school here in the city is back open tomorrow, so today you still may see many kids at city pools. They're open 11 in the morning till 7 tonight, and that, in fact, is going to continue until Sunday. 311 is the number to call for the cooling center nearest you. Not cool at all would be Josh inside his 120-degree food truck here on 6th Avenue.
Does this heat impact your business at all today?
Yeah, I mean, the sales
is it a little bit lower?
The sales definitely drop. People don't want to eat. If it rains, we die. If it's cold, we die. If it's hot, we die. So yeah, we basically have like 10 days a year where we're actually good in New York City.
So he's not sounding very optimistic, but he says he's tough and he's going to get through the day. Wishing you the same. Take it slow. Glenn Schuck, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM here in Midtown.
There is a suspect in custody now in the fatal shooting that followed the West Indian Day parade in Crown Heights. That happened on Sterling Place near Schenectady Avenue just before 9 Monday night. In what appears to have been a targeted attack, 39-year-old Sergio Codrington is looking at murder and weapons charges in the death of 51-year-old Muhammad Malik of Queens. Cops now looking for the man who was caught on tape attacking a woman with her own cane at the West 116th Street subway station on the 2 and 3 line. NYPD Chief of Transit Michael Campera.
Probable cause has been established, and he's a 43-year-old identified as Norton Blake.
He says it happened after the two had argued when Blake apparently tried to help the woman carry her belongings and something dropped.
The verbal dispute becomes physical, where you see on video the male striking the female with that wooden cane dozens of times and also striking her with that belt.
The 60-year-old woman treated at Harlem Hospital for minor injuries. Blake, who has 9 priors, is still out there. The New Jersey State Board of Education holds its monthly meeting today, and they will hear from Paula White. She's the head of Jersey Can. She'll explain to the board why she thinks it's time for them to adopt a new educational literacy model.
We had 42.4% of our students in grade 3 that were at or above proficient. That means that more than half of the children in the state of New Jersey were not deemed reading proficiently at 3rd grade.
She will push for the board to incorporate what's known as the science of reading that uses phonetics, phonics, sounding words out, as well as vocabulary fluency and comprehension. The real feel's already 86. We're at 78 degrees, nice and sunny, but we're heading up to 93 with a real feel later today of 100. Now, Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins. Here's Steve Potus.
Now, Susan, 3 big airlines are worried about the cost of filling their fuel tanks. United, Southwest, and Alaska Air all caution of unexpectedly strong increases this quarter in the price of jet fuel, one of the industry's largest expenses. Now, jet fuel prices have climbed as much as 27% since the start of the current quarter. The carriers all expect to pay about $3 a gallon. With mortgage rates still stuck above 7%, mortgage demand is down. Last week, the Mortgage Bankers Association says its application index fell almost 3%. Now, applications for loans to buy homes dropped 2%, but refi demand led the decline, down almost 5%. On Wall Street, well, more losses could be in store here this morning after closing lower yesterday. S&P futures are down about 11 points now. NASDAQ in the red 43, and Dow futures are now down 82 points. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Steve Potisk for 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on my morning commute on this very glary and trafficy morning commute. I thank you again for watching and viewing and commenting on these videos. It really does mean a lot to me. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next Driving and the News.